Hi, this is the Bratz Boyz Club, and I am Jesse. And today I'm going to introduce you to another one of my Bratz Boys. This Bratz Boy is another Bratz Boy for one of my series or collections where it's kind of rare to find any right now. So for the moment, I only have two with this one. They are a really cute, really adorable collection. I have to admit they look pretty awesome. They have a lot of accessories, and I cannot get enough of actually seeing them and in their boxes and everything they've got and their little styles. So I cannot wait to introduce you to this specific Bratz Boy. And so this is the, I believe, let's see, 2004 Wintertime Wonderland Bratz Boy Eitan. And from what I was reading here on the fandom page, the Bratz Boy fandom page, it looks like these are the second edition Wintertime Wonderland Bratz Boys. I don't know what that means because in the list there are no other editions. At least not any that I've seen. So this is pretty much it. As far as I know, I didn't see a first edition. Maybe there is one, and I have no idea. For all, I mean, technically, you could be talking about a second and first edition where they look exactly the same. So yeah. So this is the second edition Wintertime Wonderland Eitan from 2004, and I bumped into him in the auction website I'm frequenting right now. He pretty much, I believe, had the little sides of the box a little bit. One was opened and the other one was loose, and so that was the only problem that the box had, amongst, of course, the fact that there's some wear and tear to the box and it's not as glossy and clear as it should be. So other than that, it was opened. It was a lot more expensive than I would have purchased as at retail, of course. So I ended up, paying for him maybe like, I'm thinking 5 times or 4 times the retail price of back in the day. But that's usually what happens with most of these, and especially collections that are very special like this one. So I really didn't think anything of it, and I went right ahead and got him because I really needed him for my to grow that collection or series in particular. But like I said, right now I only have 2 of them. I've got Eitan here, and then I've got Cade. So I don't really have all of them. It looks like, from what I'm seeing here, it's the 5 boys. It's Cameron, Dylan, Eitan, Kobe, and Cade. So if I ever do get my hands on the other 3, I'll be really lucky, but I really doubt it because I haven't seen them anywhere. And so like I said, these are the second edition 2004 Wintertime Wonderland Bratz Boys. And so this, like I was saying, I bumped into him at the auction website that I'm frequenting now for my collectors, dolls, Bratz Boys that I've been trying to acquire. And there was pretty much nothing else other than, like I said, the box was opened, and that was it. The box actually is in pretty good condition, if I really have to put it next to the ones I originally purchased back in 2005. And I wanted to just say once again that some of these collectors, they take really good care of their boxes. At least way better care than I do. So I've got pretty much nothing to complain about this box in particular. It looks perfect. It looks amazing, and I can't believe that I was not able to take care of mine just as well as this one. Right now it looks really nice. When it arrived, like I said, it was opened from both sides slightly, and so all I had to do was tape the sides And then it was better. Then it was doing all right. It was perfect. So I had no problem. I just closed the sides and I taped it, and it was fine. But because it was opened, that was also there was also a problem with the cardboard little stand here in the back. That little square, cardboard square, that is holding everything in place in the back, even including the Bratz Boy doll, that was loose. So that was kind of like forward, tipping over a little bit, and the doll was tipping over forward. So, like I said, that little cardboard piece was moving about, moving forward. And but as soon as I put everything in place, because you have to put the edges of the open lids, the open little flap things in there, you put them in between the cardboard on each side, and then you close it and tape them, and then it was fine. So I fixed that as well. So there was no problem. I believe that inside the box, the only item that is loose is one of the little shoe thingies here for the surfboard. It has two. The other one has fallen off, and it's somewhere in here, which I believe you probably already saw. There it is. That's where it is. So here it is. That's the little shoe thing, or whatever that thing is for the surfboard. That was supposed to be over here somewhere, attached to the surfboard, like the other one. I'm going to get it close to the camera so you can see it. It's supposed to be attached, and I believe the plastic thingy might have torn off, and then it just... Oh, and then there's that little circle where it's supposed to be attached to it. It's supposed to be plugged in there or something. And then something is supposed to be holding it in place, and that tore off, so now it's at the edge of the box, right here, and you can see it. It's right there. So that is another thing that is loose inside the box. But that's fine, because like I said, most of these have some items loose anyway. Even my original first 5 boxes of my original first 5 Bratz Boys have, some of the items loose, like the comb. Ironically, and this is the greatest thing ever, this one looks like the comb is not loose. And let me get that close to the camera. The comb is fine. It's perfect, and there is no problem with the comb as right now, so he's doing just fine. So that's it. So there's no but. Everything is fine other than that. So I'm really happy. I'm really happy for the purchase, and I cannot believe that I was able to get my hands on him. And I was just, like I said, he was a little bit more expensive than he would have been at retail, but that's fine, because all collector's items are, especially collector's dolls like these that are almost impossible to find anywhere. So I went online, and I was able to find him at the auction website that I now frequent for my collector's Bratz Boyz dolls, and I was able to receive him. Actually, I received him today. And I was so happy. I knew I was able to get an email when he arrived today, and I was so thrilled. I could not wait to get home from work to be able to get him, unpack him, and take a look at him to see what he looked like and everything that he had, because I was so excited to see what he looked like, and to see everything, and to see the box, and to see the doll, and the accessories and everything. So I'm going to have to repeat what I've repeated over and over again in most of my videos about the Bratz Boyz doll, especially the ones in the early 2000s. These had going for them a lot. Back in the early days of MGA and the Bratz line, the Bratz had a lot of accessories. The boxes were incredible. They were extremely durable. They were the best boxes ever. Pretty much with any toy, the best boxes. And you could actually keep these dolls in these boxes, and they would, the boxes would just never, ever tear up. It takes a lot to tear one of these up. The only problem, like I said, with these is items becoming loose and falling apart and falling over inside, and the little tape tabs that they had on the sides becoming worn out and then getting loose, and the little flap thingies on the side opening up. But the boxes themselves are extremely, extremely durable. They're very good quality boxes, and so they last a long time. Therefore, back in the early days of MGA and the Bratz Boys, you got really, really good boxes. They were incredible, not only because they were durable, but they had pretty much incredible designs. I believe they came in the same shape, because I believe it was not same shape, but they had the same four sides to the box. The shape sometimes kind of deviated a little bit. It was kind of different. It wasn't always the same, but it was very unique. You usually had the plastic glossy kind of window-like display in the front, with sometimes the cardboard design at the bottom with the name of the Bratz Boyz logo and the name of the collection, which is the Wintertime Wonderland for this one. And then it gave you the photo at one side or another of the Bratz Boy himself. Sometimes even with the name of the Bratz Boy right down there. So the cutest design. And so pretty much the design was the same or similar to most of these boxes. And of course, we are talking about not just the boxes, but then the dolls themselves. They were better quality dolls, and if you can tell, these dolls had actual real hair on the sides just as well as on the top. Right now he's covered with that little hat, accessory hat, but he's got real hair underneath there, and real hair on the sides too. I believe the only thing that didn't have real hair is over here, the eyebrow, or whatever that's called. I don't really know, but I kind of get confused with those. I kind of get those confused. But so these were really good quality dolls because they had everything that was real. Now, pretty much, they're not that best quality anymore. So that was one thing that I really loved about them back in the day. Actually, that was the second thing, because the boxes were perfect and then the dolls were perfect. They were incredible. A third thing I really loved about the Bratz Boyz dolls back in the day was that they came with so many accessories. They had everything. Depending on the collection and or series, you had a Bratz Boy doll that would come in with extra clothing, sometimes a little bag or backpack, sometimes a little hat, cap, or whatever, anything else wearing on top of his head. You had some kind of goggles or sunglasses. This one has some kind of gear that's including a surfboard, and he has a little trading card. He's got another pair of little boots, and he is wearing, oh my god, and he is wearing so much too. He's wearing, from what it looks like, a little jacket, a little shirt. He's got a scarf. He's got those, of course, the perfect pants and the sneakers and everything. And then, like I said, he has that little hat thing. So he looks perfect. He's spectacular. So, like I was saying, these guys had a lot in the box. So I'm thinking even back then, even for retail, they would have been going for a little bit more than your average Bratz Boy, like one of the ones I purchased, because they had everything. They had everything. The box was completely loaded with stuff for them, and you don't really get that much at all nowadays. Now you will get a box with a doll wearing some little bit of clothing, and then maybe if you're lucky you'll get like a little accessory or a couple of little things of accessories, or like a little page of stickers, and that's pretty much all you get. But for these, the very early 2000s Bratz Boyz dolls, you got everything. And also the Bratz Boyz from today, they usually get the hair on top. They've got hair on top, but instead of having real hair on the sides, it's painted. So you have painted hair on the sides of the Bratz Boy doll, and then you've got the real hair on the top. which is still cool. It's still okay. It's just not as great as it used to be. Not what I was used to, which is fine. It's fine. I just, I just wish things were, the same. That they would invest just as much money as they were investing in the Bratz Boys back then, as opposed to what they're investing now. Of course, the Bratz girls, MGA would invest more money on the Bratz girls, of course, and we've all known that. That's fine. Because of course the Bratz girls line was stronger than the Bratz Boys. But that's a totally different story for another day. But either way, the main point of this is that MGA was investing a lot of money in the Bratz line. So these, you had everything. Like I keep saying, you have a toy that has the doll and a bunch of accessories that you can use with the doll, and it's going to be completely loaded. Now I'm showing you the back of the box so you can take a look. And of course, these boxes, they would have in the front the clear, opened, little window-like kind of glossy space where you could see the doll and everything else. And then you would get the back part where is the back of the cardboard piece that's holding the doll and everything else in its place in the front. It's going to give you a full picture of the Bratz Boy himself with the Bratz Boy logo, the Collectioner Series name. It's going to give you the Bratz Boy's name also, and it's going to give you a tiny little introduction into the Bratz Boy himself. And then of course this one, like the other one, has a little photograph at the bottom which gives you a little idea of what their Wintertime Wonderland activities are going to involve. So you get a photo of all the Bratz Boys and the Bratz girls in this little Wintertime Wonderland place with snow, with all their little wintertime snow activities and all that stuff. So that's another thing that's in the back, of course. It's like a little photo of the Bratz Boys and the Bratz girls. So definitely these Bratz Boys from the early 2000s were the greatest early Bratz Boys because they had everything. They had the accessories, they had the box, they had the design on the box. Everything was pretty much perfect. It was very, 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 it was just excellent. It was incredible, very incredible. And so I kind of miss seeing that in the new entries for the Bratz Boys, if there are to be any in the future, which I pretty much doubt. I don't really think there's any interest in them anymore at all. So, but yes. So this is my, and before I finish the video, I'm going to do the tilt. I'm going to tilt him over just a little bit, and very slowly so he will not fall. Hopefully. So nothing will fall out of place, hopefully. I'm pretty sure something will. And that little puffy white thing at the top, these boxes seem to have that as a trademark, as a little special thing for their boxes, for their Wintertime Wonderland boxes. So you're going to see that on the boxes of the Bratz Boys for this Collectioner series, on all of them. It looks like it's just a thing, like a little theme they've got going for the Wintertime Wonderland Collectioner series for the Bratz and the Bratz Boys. Let me do the tilt over on the other side. Here we go. And there you get to see the entire bottom portion of the box right here with a logo of the Bratz Boys and the name of the collection and her series. And I'm hoping you can get to see the year, but I don't know. I don't see anything down there, but it could be. Who knows? I just don't really pay attention that much at the bottom of the box. So here it is. And here we go. And so that was the bottom of the box and the top of the box of the 2000, let me check this again, 2004 Wintertime Wonderland 2nd edition Collectioner Series Eitan. I'm really happy to be adding him to my ever-growing collection of Bratz Boys. Because, yes, it looks like it's never going to stop growing. There are a few more coming in, and I'm going to make a few more videos before I start making videos of some other items of the Bratz Boyz that I'm also very interested in. That they're particularly for the Bratz girls, but I'm thinking they're more for the Bratz Boyz because I would love to see the Bratz Boyz in these little other items. So that was it for my video for my Bratz Boy of today that I wanted to introduce you to. And like I said, this is the 2004 Wintertime Wonderland 2nd Edition Eitan. And I'm very glad I was able to introduce you to him, and I was able to upload the video with him for you so you could see him and see everything he comes with in his box and know a couple of the little details of him. And if you have any questions, you can drop me a question or two. Pretty much any curiosity about anything about these Bratz Boyz that I'm uploading, you can ask me away if you want. If you want to just watch and see how many Bratz Boyz and what little details I've got for each one of them if you want. But I'm just going to keep uploading more videos of my Bratz Boyz as I keep getting them, and once I stop getting them, then I'll stop uploading videos. But this was the video for today of my 2004 Wintertime Wonderland 2nd Edition Collectioner Series Eitan. I thank you so much for dropping by and watching it, if you have or will. And hopefully we can have you back again and with my next video, and you can get to see the next Bratz Boy. Thank you very much for watching, and we will see you next time.